and welcome to the Job Help Hotline. My name is Bob Fitton, and I'm Director of Training at Greater Westtown Training Partnership. My guest today is one of our woodworking instructors, Danjma Gaskin. Danjma, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
So, if you're out there, if you're listening to the show, don't tune off. This could be a life-changing opportunity for you, a friend, or a family member. For the next 25 minutes, we are going to talk about opportunities in manufacturing, specifically the field of woodworking and solid surface fabrication. So, if you're out there, if you've been having trouble getting a job, or if you're stuck in temp jobs or fast food jobs, and you're not realizing your career potential, stay tuned. We're going to have some very interesting information. But let's get started. First, let's get the backstory on Danjma here. Let's find out, how'd you get here? How'd you become interested in woodworking?
Well, as a child, I always liked making things and putting things together and seeing how, how the world works, actually.
Okay.
So years ago, I took one class in woodworking, and I was kind of hooked ever since. It kind of was an interest that always stood on the back burner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing. So again, making things. So many of the applicants that come into Greater Westtown say, I helped my father out, or I'm doing some rehabbing with a friend, or I'm hanging drywall, or they have curious minds like Danjma. They were interested in building, seeing how things fit together, taking some satisfaction in having a finished piece of work in front of you. So if those are the types of things that you're interested in, there's a number right up on the screen right now. It's 312-738-1060. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We're getting ready to start a class pretty soon, and as we go on later in the show, we'll give you some more information about that. So, challenges of woodworking. What do you think? In general, are the challenges of you went through the program?
Yes, right? I actually did. I was unemployed at the time.
Okay.
And happened to see your ad and gave you guys a call. And I think we have a caller.
Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to the Job Help Hotline, caller.
Hi, just had a quick question. I don't know if the question has been presented. One, what is the age requirement?
Really good question. Okay, Danjma, you want to take a shot at that?
So, age requirement, 18 and up. And when I say 18 and up, that's a wide range.
It means and up.
And up.
So, did you have another question, caller? Okay, I guess she's off there. So again, and up, sometimes we'll have callers and say, is 50 too old? Or is, if I'm 45, is that too old? No, it's not too old. As long as we're on this topic, some of the things that we do look for as far as, physical abilities.
Yeah.
Can you touch on
if you can lift up to 50 pounds, if you can be on your feet all day, a lot of the jobs in the industry, you're actually on a shop floor, a concrete floor. And that can, wear on your knees, on your feet. So if you are healthy enough to stand and be on your feet all day and lift up to 50 pounds, you're lifting 4x8 sheets of plywood or particle board, things like that. So kind of light duty work, but nothing too heavy.
Okay, so that's right. So, don't think about age. If you're out there and you think you're too old, you're probably not. Just think about, like Danjma said, can I do this lifting? Can I stand on my feet all day? Can I do repetitive work? But the most important thing is, look, you're gonna spend a third of your life at work, so it's got to be something you enjoy. Danjma and the rest of the students and staff there feel that this is an enjoyable career. So let's get a little more into it. One of the things that I sometimes forget to mention is, Danjma, when you came through Greater Westtown, how much was that check you wrote to get through that training?
$0.00.
$0.00. That's right. There's no catch to this. We are heavily funded by the government. So we have public funding, and we are set up to serve low-income individuals who otherwise would not be able to afford a quality training like this. So as Danjma said, If you are a low-income individual, there is not going to be a cost for this. So, what's the first step? People are out there listening. How are they gonna? What are they gonna do?
Give us a call.
Okay.
And when you call us, we'll get some information about you, talk to you for a little bit, and we'll invite you to our orientations. And during the orientations, you come in, you'll fill out an application, and we'll give you a tour of our shop. You get to see some of the students in action and meet some of the other instructors.
Okay. One other thing I want to mention is right before the caller, Don just mentioned that he was unemployed when he came in. So a lot of times people say, gee, I'm collecting unemployment. If I come into training, will they lose their unemployment?
No, you will not.
That's right. Won't lose it. So if you're drawing unemployment right now, don't worry about that. All right, so some general information. Who are we? Greater Westtown Training Partnership. This is the Wood Products Manufacturing Program. Again, an integral part of the manufacturing environment in Chicago. We're located on the west side. Real easy to get to, 500 North Sacramento Boulevard. A lot of ways to get in touch with us. 312-563-9570. That's our number in case you can't get to us before we get off the air. Donjma does a great job updating our Facebook page, facebook.com/Greater Westtown. You can go to our website, www.gwtp.org. You can email us, training@gwtp.edu. We're doing an orientation every Tuesday. So a week from today, if you come on over to Greater Westtown, you'll see Donjma there providing the orientation for anyone who's coming in. Please give us a call so that we'll have enough seats out there. Training, as you can see, is getting ready to start October 10th. Another great thing, there is no paid parking in the neighborhood. It's all free. It's very accessible. We're about a 5-minute walk from the Green Line. You can take the Metro in, the California bus, the Chicago bus, the Grand Avenue bus. They're all within a 5-minute walking distance of our facility. So we hope to see you there. All right, we're going to show you some more things as we get a little bit farther into the show. But how about, what does a person need to succeed as a woodworker? What are the qualities that you think are?
Analytical skills. You
Okay.
need to, have a good eye.
Okay.
Attention to detail. Some basic math requirements. And I know when I say math, people get a little scared.
Yep.
And I think we have another caller.
Oh, hello. Hello, caller. Good afternoon.
Hi, I had a question in reference to, I'm not sure, it's a delicate question. Do you take people that have past history with the law?
Oh, backgrounds, as we
Yeah.
like to say? Yeah. We do. Generally, in the woodworking industry, we haven't found any issues with employers accepting people, ex-felons.
Real good point. So, it's a very ex-offender friendly environment. We typically, about a quarter to a third of the individuals who come through our programs have had some type of incarceration. The good thing about Greater Westtown is, we've done some studies on this, and it's less than 2 or 3% of the individuals who come through, graduate, and go on to work that actually end up going back to prison. This is way, way below averages. So we welcome anyone, again, as long as they have the ability, desire, and motivation to succeed. I think we have another caller.
Yeah.
Go ahead, caller. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I was wondering, sounds interesting, the woodworking program, but what kind of career could I expect from that?
Good question. Go ahead.
So lots of careers. If you think about places that use wood or use things that woodworkers make, every time you walk into a restaurant and sit down to have dinner or whatever, there's a shop or a crafts person or woodworker that made that table. You go into a hospital or an office and you talk to a receptionist or someone, there's someone that made that desk. You step into a museum and you see an exhibit. Someone actually made the little box that encases the artwork on that exhibit. So lots of different avenues.
A lot. Yeah. Look, if you walk through your house, your kitchen cabinets, your bathroom vanities. So again, woodworking. It's kind of a hidden trade. The
Yeah.
city of Chicago has literally hundreds of woodworking shops. So plenty of jobs right now. The job market's hot. But I think we have another caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What are your, I guess, the guidelines for your acceptance procedures? Is there a window like it goes from A to Z? How soon is the process when you learn that you've been accepted into the program?
Oh, okay.
All right.
You want to take a shot at that one?
Yeah, so you come in to an orientation, as I mentioned earlier. You fill out an application. Then there's some assessments that they give you. Basically, everyone who applies to the program has to be assessed to sixth grade reading and math standards. So we give an assessment for that, and then we invite you in for an interview. And after that, if we feel like you're a good fit for the program and it's something you still want to do, then we ask you to take a drug test. And pending all of those requirements, we accept you into the program.
So typically that process could take a week or 2 weeks. What we really like individuals to come back a few times. It gives us an opportunity to, like Danjuma said, to observe that individual, to assess them. Did they come in on time? How did they seem? Danjuma is in orientation. He's actually going to be taking you, if you're the person that's coming in next Tuesday, he's going to be taking you out into the shop, showing you everything we have out there, answering your questions. And then, Danjuma, again, he mentioned math a little bit earlier. Don't, what is this, calculus? Or
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right,
No.
This is very basic.
Fractions, arithmetic, multiplication, division. Yep.
And we're here to help people succeed. So if you're accepted in the program, we're going to work extensively on those areas. There's a lot of shop. There's some math. Don't get nervous. Again, we're here to help you succeed. So it's a great shop. This is a great field, and I think what I'd like to do now is go to some photos that Danjuma's put together, kind of to give you an idea of what you could expect when you come in for orientation. Some of the things you could expect to see. So what do we see here?
So this is Marissa. She's sanding some of her parts for a table that she made. So when we talk about like attention to detail, this is one of those things where you have to have an eye for. If you see she has a light set up at the table, and that's so that she can get a closer look at what's going on. So as she's sanding, any scrapes or machine marks that the tools made on the stock there, you want to be able to see that. And one of the ways that you can really see that well is by having light, a strong source of light.
Okay. So, one of the things I know you've mentioned before is, and some of the things that callers ask is attention to detail, right?
Yeah.
Women have really good eye for detail.
Yeah. Actually, the women who come through our program tend to do really well, and often they outperform the men
Very
in the
often.
program. Yeah, very often.
Most often.
Most often.
So, and Marissa just came through. She graduated from our last program, didn't she?
Yeah. And she's gotten placed. She's working and doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we see here?
So Dominique there's actually attaching his legs to the top of a tabletop. So that particular piece they kind of built in many phases, but it's essentially the legs and base are one unit and the tabletop is another, and so he's attaching that.
So again, if you like working with tools, power tools, as you can see in that photo, give us a call. If you got a question, the number's up on the screen right now. It's 312-738-1060. Okay.
Yeah. So Mary is looking at veneer. One of the things that's great about the program is you learn how to work with wood veneer, which a lot of like high-end furniture and cheap furniture uses real wood, and they look like thin sheets. That's a walnut, and she is.
Is that real walnut?
It is real walnut. It's a thin slice, like a slice of paper from a log.
Okay.
And she's matching it up to see she's going to make a panel out of it, and she has to tape up those seams. She's looking just to kind of see how they look in comparison to each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to ask you, let's just go back here for a second to, Dominique was making a table there.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that something that they get to take home with them? Or
Yeah,
how's that?
they
how's
do.
that work?
They do. So as part of the program, all the tools are provided and all the materials are provided. And how we work, you'll get, maybe 3 or 4, sometimes even 5 projects that you work on, and you get to take it all home with you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this gives you the opportunity to show your family, your friends, what you've done, a tremendous source of pride, and also something that you will have in your house, hopefully for years to come. All right, so again, if you missed this the first time, Greater Westtown Training Partnership. If you're asking yourself, how do I get in touch with you guys? Look at the screen. You can call us right now. Staff is standing by to schedule you for an orientation next
That's
Tuesday.
right.
312-563-9570. If you got your smartphone out right now, check us out on Facebook. Dijma does a great job updating that with photos and activities. You can also go to our website. You can send us an email at training@gwtp.edu. So again, getting ready to start a class in a couple of weeks. It probably is going to be a small class, and by that I mean less than 10 individuals. So again, we have 3 woodworking instructors, so a lot of individual attention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's really important. You're working with dangerous machinery. And so, we want to make sure everyone gets the time and attention they need on the machines.
Safety is
Safety's-
really
yeah.
important for us. So, sometimes people say, well, that sounds good, but, I'm not working now. I really got to pinch pennies. How am I going to get there? Bus is expensive. Gas is a little bit less than it was last year, but still isn't cheap. So, do we provide?
That's true.
Do we provide any assistance?
Yes. So not only is the training provided at no cost, but we actually give you a transportation stipend. So if you're on the bus, we give you a bus card every week. At the end of the week, every Friday, to make sure you get there. And if you drive, we give you a gas card.
So we talked a little bit about the process. Man, I was excited when I came in. I've been accepted into the program now. I'm in the training. Can you tell us what a typical day is like at Greater Westtown?
Yeah, so lots of hands-on experience. After about 3 or 4 weeks into the program, you will spend, it's a 6.5-hour day. 4 of those hours are spent in the shop. And then the remaining, you get a half hour for lunch. And then the 2 hours you get is class time. A number of different subjects. We cover print reading, shop math. There's even a measurement class. So just in case you forgot how to read a ruler, we help remind you on reading rulers and tape measures. There's also a computer class. There's a big component too, job readiness course too.
That's right. Yeah, you might have the greatest skills in the world, but if you can't explain those when you sit down to interview with that person who's going to make the hiring decision, somebody else might get the job. So we want those job readiness skills to go with the technical skills you're going to get at Greater Westtown. So as Dijma said, a lot of hands-on. After the first couple of weeks, you're going to be in the shop all morning. You're going to be working. You're going to be working little by little, building up a base of knowledge, right? To get where you need to go. So I'm in the shop a lot. Are there field trips? Do I get out to get to see any companies?
Yeah, actually you do. We schedule, usually each class gets about two or three field trips. Like real shops, they're busy in the moment, so it varies. It's not the same shop that we go to every class. And we, a wide variety of different shops that do different things. So you get to see a good example of what you'll be doing. Yeah.
So Dijma said, these are real shops. These are real shops where real graduates who've come through our program are working. Typically, the shops that we go to, you'll be walking through there, and one of the instructors will say, "See that person? He was from our last class, or this guy's been there 15 years." People from Greater Westtown, the first program started 25 years ago, and there are people that are still on their original job. So this is a satisfying career. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. Let's get back to some more pictures. Maybe you can tell us. Okay, there's the crew. What are they
the
working
trio,
on
the
there?
dynamic trio there. What they're doing is they're surfacing wood, their stock pieces so that they can make actually, I think they're working on legs for a table.
Okay.
And so Andre, the guy in the middle there, has one of the tools you'll learn, a caliper. And what he's using that tool to measure the thickness of the piece. And then the machine there to the left is what will eventually kind of take off layers in order to get it down to the thickness that they need.
Okay, and what machine is that?
That's a planer.
That's a planer.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. See what else we got here.
That's a joiner that Dominique is using, and we use that to square corners so that you're working with, nice square pieces there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what are we doing?
Oh,
here?
and Andre is sanding, doing some more finishing work, some light sanding on his legs.
Okay. Real
Yeah.
critical component, right? In woodworking, sanding. Okay.
Lots of time spent.
Wow. Okay. Is this your kitchen? Is this your
So
kitchen
that,
at home? Or?
yeah, most definitely. That is a great example of
Wow.
things that woodworkers do. Pretty much everything with the exception of the chandeliers, the floors, and the stove, and the sink, woodworkers do. The cabinetry, all of that island there.
So
It's nice.
So really beautiful work. I mean, that kitchen you saw there, $100,000 kitchen maybe.
Yeah.
So again, you are going to have the skills to work in a high-tech, high-quality industry where salaries and job opportunities are on the rise. Again, let's take another look at that beautiful kitchen. So if you can imagine yourself turning out a quality product like that, pick up the phone and give us a call. And what do we?
It's a close-up of
Wow.
the center island, yeah. And even things like the countertop, there's a material that we often work with in the class called Corian, which is an acrylic solid surface.
Okay.
And we work with that as well. Woodworking shops do that, do a lot of that.
It's
Yeah.
really beautiful. All right, so if that is something you're interested in, don't hesitate. We're getting ready to start a class in about 3 weeks. Give us a call,
Right around the corner.
312-563. That's right. Success is right around the corner. Let's look. We got a couple more shots here.
Oh yeah. So
Wow.
the bookcase and the elements of the fireplace are things that woodworkers would do. Even the coffee table and the chairs.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So again, as you go through your house or you're somewhere, look at that. What do we have, like a den or a study here or something?
Yeah.
And so that's, woodworking company would build virtually everything that we're looking at right now. Right?
Yep.
So again, a wide variety harps. One of the world's largest manufacturer of harps is located in the city of Chicago.
Right here in the city. And I actually had the opportunity of meeting one of the first students that we placed.
Wow.
She's there. She's at that company. She's still there to this day. I met her maybe about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine that, 20, 25 years on the same job. Imagine the skills that you could acquire, and like they say, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So take that step today. Call us. Let's see if we've got one more slide up here with our program information. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we've got about a minute left, so if you got a pencil or pen handy, take some of this information down right now. Greater Westtown, we're on the west side. You can get there by bus, by L. You got a lot of places to park. Easy to get to. Again, this can be a life-changing experience for you, a friend, a family member, somebody you know. Reach out to them. don't say no to yourself. You'll never know what you can accomplish until you try and do it. We have many, we have over 800 students that have come through the woodworking program that can attest to that. So again, we're here the third Tuesday of every month. If you liked what you saw, mark it down on your calendar. We'll be here the third Tuesday in October. Might be different faces, but the message and the opportunity will be the same. Thanks a lot for coming on the show, Danjuma.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate everything you do for the program. All right, everybody stay safe out there.